Lately I've been playing Dead Cells, and wanted to take a few minutes to share my thoughts on some of the gear. So here's a list of all the grenades you can acquire, beginning with the crappiest. Number 10, the Stun Grenade. More like the Shun Grenade, because that's what you should do every time you see it. The damage is negligible, the effect is short, and the cooldown is a bit long considering how weak it is. But even the worst equipment in Dead Cells has the potential to synergize with other items. So pair it with the flint for some extra time to land those critical hits, or just grab some ice or a wolf trap instead. Number 9. The Infantry Grenade just looks fucked. It may sound like a good all-around item, but it's only suitable for a particular playstyle. The damage is low, but the cooldown is fast, so use it frequently. The Scheme mutation increases the next melee attack after deploying a skill, making the Infantry Grenade a solid choice when exploiting this to the fullest extent. Just make sure you got all the fingering abilities because it's a real handjob when trading skills and blows. Number 8, the Root Grenade. The Root Grenade summons Ivy to grab hold of the enemies and molest them for you. This is all well and good until you reach a boss fight, so try and roll a cool affix for added damage. You can no longer equip two of the same skills in normal mode, but pairing the Root with the Shun Grenade creates a similar effect. You can experiment with double items in the custom menu, which will effectively cut cooldowns in half, but that'll just be our little secret. Number 7. The Oil Grenade coats enemies in the ground with inflammable hair grease. Its area of effect is pretty wide, and it does decent damage, and its cooldown is fairly modest, so don't hesitate to go full housewife and burn everything down. You're going to want to synergize with fire, whether it's a torch, firebrands, or a burning down thrust from one of the amulets, so you don't always need a fire weapon on hand to burn stuff. Likewise, there's plenty of other ways to spread oil, making the OG just another option. Number 6. The cluster bombs do a lot of damage and have a wide spread, more than the entire length of the screen, so they're good for breaking up orgies and taking out pesky bottom feeders, and they really piss off enemies kinda like that exploding worm does to you. You can toss the bombs against the wall to concentrate the damage, so get used to the trajectory to make every hit count. It scales with brutality and survival and has the longest cooldown of any grenade. Number 5. The Ice Grenades work best as a get out of hell free card. Freeze the enemies if you're overwhelmed or want to prep a heavy attack, but make sure not to whiff or you'll feel the blowback. The long cooldown is also a consideration, and it's more suitable for boss fights if you got the synergy to back it up, because the slowdown doesn't last long. And make sure to grab the Frostbite or Heart of Ice mutations if you decide to go cold. Number 4. The Magnetic Grenade is great for tripping up hordes by bundling them together for a group kill. It's good for cheesing if you want to sprint through the levels by snipering with a bow. Throw in networking or the Ranger's Gear mutation for some real damage, especially with piercing shots. The MG is great for low boss cell runs, but isn't as attractive on higher levels when the enemies start warping towards you. Or is it? Number 3. The Powerful Grenade is nice to have in your pocket when all hell breaks loose, or you just want to dispose of a powerful enemy very quickly. It scales with brute and survival, and the cooldown is almost cool. But it couldn't hurt to grab some mutations to speed it up, such as Blind Faith, Killer Instinct, or Master of Arms. The PG is an all-purpose grenade, great for speedrunners and pussyfooters, hardcore players and super casuals. Number 2. The Fire Grenade is also incredibly versatile, considering how often inflammable oil modifiers show up on different gear. On harder difficulties, jumping to another platform will prompt an aggroed monster to warp near you, which means you can lure a group of miscreants into a blaze and watch them die. The Fire Grenade was created by killers who like to watch their victims suffer, so be sure to grab one if you get the chance, in real life. Number 1. Swarm looks like a cervical cap wearing a bow tie, and handles like a young woman, distracting creatures and doing damage as she passes by. Before update 2.1, Swarm had an ultra-fast cooldown that was open to exploits, so they increased the timer and cranked out more biters, while still keeping the core mechanics intact, whether you're cheesing your way through the game or sleazing it up with the elites. It works well on crowd control and bosses, and has some nice affixes like poison, oil, and burning. Swarm was the grenade I used while acquiring the 5th boss cell, and was still in my inventory on the very first visit to Astrolab, making it my top choice for any return visits. Here's the formula I used for determining the quality of each grenade. Remember that everything I mentioned in this video is entirely factual and not based on any opinions. So anyone who doesn't subscribe to this narrative will be blacklisted and shadow banned from Dead Cells in perpetuity.